left hand side is a raw product image and right hand side is a optimized version that is enhanced and upscale using Claid AI. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do the image processing using Claid AI. That is, you can do the enhancement, you can do the upscaling, you can remove the background of an image, make the image more sharper. This is the glimpse of what you can do using the Claid AI, and you consider how clear the image is, the right hand side image. And this is another version, that is upscale version. You can see on the right hand side the image is very small, but on the left hand side the image is upscale. You can upscale up to 4 times. So if you are working with product images, especially if you own a e-commerce website, doing this manually takes a lot of time, especially if you have hundreds of images. So in this video, I will show you how to automate this entire process using Claid AI's API. So using this API, you can automate even if you have 100 images. That is the batch processing. And I will also show you how to do this in a simpler way. As usual, this video is sponsored by Claid AI. I will provide the sponsor code in the description. If you use the code, you will get a 10% offer. So this is the dashboard of this Claid AI. So Claid AI, what is it? They are providing the image processing tools. What are the tools they are providing? Consider they have the remove background, they have the AI photo shoot, you can also enhance the image, they have the image to video, you can also expand the image, they have the blur background, and many tools they have. So first I will show you the glimpse of what this Claid AI can do. So for that, I have a image taken from this Google here. Let me save this image. Then I will show you how to do the batch processing using the API. So using this, you can automate. Even if you have 100 images, no problem. You can automate using the API. I will show you in the later part of this video. But first, we will go gradually. First, what this Claid AI can do. What I will do is I will upload the image over here. And here, you can see on the left hand side, we have lots of options here. You can improve the quality and enhancement, that is the upscale. You have many options that remove background. So I'm going to select the improve quality and upscale. Here you can select the 2x or 4x. I'm going to select the 4x and the apply operation and click on apply operation. Since they are the sponsor of this video, they give me the 500 credits, so I'm using that only. So now the image has been enhanced. So let me download this image to show you the comparison between this enhanced image and the old image. You can see this is the enhanced image. You see how clear the image is. Even if you zoom in, the pixel won't break. So let me show you side by side. Let's also open up the previous image that I have downloaded from the Google. So this is the image from the Google. Let me put this on the left hand side and let me put this on the right hand side. You see, it also upscale and it also become more enhanced. So this is the power of using the Claid AI. Now we can go with their options. That is, if you have 100 images, how can you do this manually? That's why I have the API keys as well. Here you can see I have 3 folders here, each containing some sample images. You can say in these enhanced images, I have 2 images there. So what I will do is, we can go to the dashboard and if you click on integration, you can see they have the API keys. So using this API key, you can automate this entire process. Here, if you go to the documentation, consider they provide the detailed documentation here. But I have simplified this even further. I have created this Python package over here. So whatever you do in this Claid dashboard, you can also do this using the API key as well. So you can see image input and output operation. Here the cool thing is the batch processing. Here if you scroll down on the left hand side. So to simplify this process further, I have created a Python package which is a wrapper around the Claid AI. So this is wrapper. So using this, you can simplify this. That is, you can remove the background of an image in just single line. You can upscale the image in just a single line. I will show you what are they. You can search Claid AI. You can install this using just this single command, pip install Claid AI. If you scroll on, I have a detailed installation guide over here. You can say Python API. Here, if you want to remove background, you can use this single line. And here, if you want to have the background color defined, you can also define background color. And you can also upscale the image using this single line. You see how cool is that? I have created this very easy Python package for you, which is a wrapper, and here you can also enhance it. So let me first install this Python package over here. Let me copy this and let's open up our command prompt and paste the command over here, pip install Claid AI. It will install the package for you. Consider requirement already satisfied. That means we're good to go. So for that, in this video, what I have is, I have a project folder here. Let me open up the project folder in the Visual Studio Code. So this is the project folder here. Here I have 3 folders: blur images, enhance images, and the upscale images. Inside the folder, I have some sample images there. So I will open this folder in the Visual Studio Code. And here inside this, I have a file called the main.py file. I have a Python script over here. Let me clear all of this. Consider if you scroll down, I have the detailed documentation over here for you. So we need to get the API key. So to get the API key, just head over to the Claid AI dashboard. And here, if you expand the integration, you have the API key section. You can create a new API key now. let me give you a name for my API key, and you can also give permission now. So I'm going to give permission to image generation, image editing, video generation. Also for this story, let me generate this API key. So let me copy this API key, and what I will do is I will create an environment file over here, .env file. So inside this .env, what I will do is I will put the API key over here. Claid AI equal to this will be our API key. This is our API key, right? Then we can use this inside our Python script. This is import the library that we have installed from Claid AI. Again, this is not the official package. I have created this wrapper for you so that you can use the API very smoothly. From Claid AI, I'm going to import the Claid class. Then we can define the object C equal to. So inside this Claid AI class, we need to pass this API key. So let's import the .env. So from .env, we're going to import the load.env. Let's call our function load.env, and then we can get the API key. API key equal to, I'm going to use the OS library. So OS dot, so we need to import this OS library as well. So OS dot get env. Let me import the library now. Import OS. So OS dot get env, and inside this, I'm going to pass this environment variable here, that is the Claid API, and let me pass this here, and then inside this Claid object, I'm going to pass the API key over here. Now we have the Claid object, right? Then what we can do is we can first remove the background of an image. So let me put the command here. We can remove the background of an image. So you can do this in just a single line, that is c dot remove background, because I have a function here, remove background. Inside this, you need to put the image path here. What I will do is I will download a sample image from the internet. So you consider I will take this image here, some random image from the Google. What I will do is I will save this image in our project folder. Let me go inside the project folder now. So it is inside the desktop, and so this is my project folder. Let me change the name. So this will be testing background remover. So now I have saved the folder in the project folder, right? Let me go to Visual Studio Code. You can see we have the image over here. Let's remove the background of this image. So we need to pass the location. So this will be testing background image. Now this is the image path, right? Then you can save this image, dot save. You can give your output name. So what I will give is bg remove.png, and that's it. And finally at the bottom, I will simply print a message here, that is background removed done. So let me open up the terminal and let me run this Python script. Python main.py, and press enter. You can see background removed done, and we got a new image over here. Let me open this image. You can see now the background has been removed, and this is a transparent image, right? Let me open this image now. So let me open up this image. You can see how cool is it? The background has been removed successfully. You see, we just use the single line, right? And if you want to have a custom background color, you can also specify that background color equal to. So I'm gonna give the white color over here. So we can use the hex colors, that is the hash and the 6f. So let me run the Python script again. We should have the white background color now. So now done. So let me open up the image again. You can see now we got the white background color. So let me show you the original image. You can see this is the original image, and this is the removed background image. You see the power of this Claid API. So this is one version, that is removing the background. There is another option as well. Let me remove this 3 lines now. Then what we can do is we can upscale the image. So upscaling an image. So if we head over to the PyPy, that is the GitHub documentation here, and before that we need some images, right? So you can see inside this upscaling images folder, I have 3 images over here. So let me pick this first image now. You can see, you see the size of this image is very, very small, right? Let's try to upscale this image now. To upscale it, instead of calling the remove background function, you need to call the upscale function. Actually, if you head over to the my documentation, consider you need to call this. So let me copy this line here. So let me copy this line and paste it over here, and let me replace the image name here. Actually, the image is present inside the upscale images folder, right? And the name of the image is 1.jpg. So I have set the scale to 2x, and the method is smart enhance, and output name will be photo 2x.jpg. Let me run this Python script now, and now it is done, right? So we got the image over here. Let me show the image side by side. Actually, this is the image photo 2x. You consider, let me put this on the right hand side, and let me put the original image on the left hand side, and this is the original image, right? And let me put on the left hand side. You see the difference, right? This is 2x upscale. You can also do the 4x upscale. Now let's try to do that now. Let me close all of this, and to do the 4x, what you need to do is you need to pass the scale 4x. So we can also do the background there as well, but before that we can see the scale 4x. So instead of 200%, let me change this to 400%, and let me run the Python script again, and let me change the output name to photo4x.jpg, and let me run the Python script again, and it is done, right? Let me open up the image now. Let me go to the project folder, and let me open up the photo4x.jpg. So this is the image. Let me open this up. So this is the 4x image. Let me open up the original image, and let me put side by side. You see the difference. 4x it has upscale, and yeah, this is one of the options, that is the upscaling. You can also do the blur background as well. Let me show you how to do that as well. So you need to remove this line. The next thing is blurring the background. Consider you need to call this a function. See the blur background. So let me change this to blur the image. And for the image, inside this blur images folder, I have one image over here. Consider this is the sample image I have taken for blurring, and the name of the image is the 1.jpg. So it is present inside the blur images folder. So it is inside the blur images, and the name of the file is 1.jpg. And for the blur type, I have used this lens, and I have set the level to high, and the output name is photo blur.jpg. So there are many blur types. You can do the regular as well, that is medium, and you can also do the color enhancement as well. That is you can check the documentation there. I will provide the link in the description. You can check there. So but I will leave the level to high. So let me open up the terminal again. Let me run this Python script now. So Python main.py, and the script has been executed successfully, and we got the image over here. So now this image, actually photo blur.jpg, you consider. Now the image has been blurred, and the bottle is only clearly missing. Other than this, we have the blur effect there. So this is how you create the blur effect on the product image. So this is one option, right? So now we have seen how to do this from the Python script, right? We can also do this from the CLI option. So this is the project folder, right? You can open up the command prompt over here, and you can run the Claid AI or CLI over here. Because you can open up the command prompt over here and use the Claid AI or tool over here. Actually, I have a detailed documentation over here, that is the CLI option. You can use this option, CLI. The documentation repository. So next is the interesting part. We're going to do the batch processing. What if you have 100 images? What if you want to enhance all the images? So you need to somehow automate that, right? So this is where the batch processing comes into picture. Actually, if you scroll and you consider, we can batch process the entire folder. And to do this, we need to import another function called the process folder function. And let me remove these two lines now. So the next thing is, this is the interesting thing, batch process a folder of images. So what we need to do is, you consider we need to create this result object. Let me show you how to do that as well. And let me open the results code. So results equal to, we need to call the process folder function, and inside this you need to pass the Claid AI object, that is the, we need to pass C, and then you need to pass the input folder. So the input folder, you need to pass the input folder. So what folder I'm going to use is, first I will show you how to upscale all of this. You can say this is the input folder, and we have 3 images over here. So the input folder name will be upscaling images. Then we need to pass the output folder. So I'm going to create a new folder inside this upscaling images. The folder name will be output upscale. Let's pass the output folder path over here. This is the output folder path. Then we need to pass the operation. Actually, if you head over to the documentation, you consider operation. It is very simple. You need to do the, so operation equal to C dot, you consider many operations there. So I'm going to do the upscale. So where is upscale? Here is upscale, and that's it. Then you need to give the output format. Actually, the output format you cannot do PNG or JPEG. So I'm going to select the PNG. I'm going to say workers. So I'm going to do the 3 files at a time. So this is it. Finally, we can print the result to see how many images have processed successfully, how many files. Basically, you can see the statistics. So let me print the results over here, and let me clear the screen, and let me run the Python script over here, and it should perform. So it will take some time because we are processing multiple images, right? And we got the result over here, batch result. So we have 3 images, right? 3 images is success. So what we can do is, we can show this the output folder, right? And we have the 3 images over here. Let me open the image in the file explorer, and you can show this the 3 images. So let me put the images side by side. So actually I'm gonna put this image on the, you see it has upscale up to 2x. So let me put the images side by side now. So consider this the original image on the left hand side, and you have the optimized image on the right hand side. To see how cool is this. So this is how you batch upscale it, and we have upscale it up to the 2x, and this is one of the upscaling entire folder. And if you want to upscale it by 4x, you need to copy this additional argument over here. Let me copy this additional argument, and we can paste it over here. So actually the scale is 2x, right? We can scale up to 4x. So let me run the Python script again, and it should override the images that we have over here in the current in the current output folder. So it has executed successfully. 3 images has been successfully created. So let me go to the output folder, and let me open the image now. So now we have upscale up to the 4x. Let me also put the original image on the left hand side. So this is the original image, right? Let me put this on the left hand side. You see, we have upscale it up to 4x, and you see this is the power of using that API. So this is the upscale, right? And if you scroll down, we have the enhancement also. So let me do that as well. Let me show you how to do the enhancement as well. So instead of this operation, you can just change the operation. That's it. So instead of c.upscale, you change this to c.enhance. That's it. You don't have to do anything. I have made the entire API documentation simplify for you. And let me change the input folder path as well. Actually, the input folder is, I'm going to select the enhancement images folder. So this is the input folder. Let's also change the output folder. Actually, let me create a output folder inside this folder over here. So let me create a output folder called the output, and let me update the output folder path. This is the output folder path, and that's it. And let me change the operation arguments. So this is the latest operation arguments. Let me copy these, and instead of this, so we're gonna use the latest one, and that's it. We have set the hashtag to 80 and sharpness to 40. You can play around with this what number suits with you. So I will stick with the default one, and let me run the Python script. Actually, I have missed the O over here, operation misspell. So let me change the filling, and let me run the Python script again, and it has succeeded. 2 images has been successfully created. Let me go to the output folder now. So it actually inside this enhancement images we have the output. Let me open up this image over here. You see, so I will put the images side by side so that you will get the difference. So let me put this on the right hand side, and let me put the original image on the left hand side. So this is the original image, and let me put this on the left hand side. You see the difference. The image has become upscale as well as the enhanced. So let me put the second image over here, and let me close this, and let me open up the second output image. So not this one, I have opened the previous image only. So this one. So you see the difference here. So yeah, this is the power of using the API. I will provide the link in the description. If you use my coupon code, you will get the 10% discount. I will provide all the links in the description. You can check that out. And there are many options as well. Actually, if you scroll down, you consider if you want to recursive option. Actually, that is, if you have a folder inside the input folder, another folder called set3, you can inside this folder you may have many sets, and you can set the recursive option to true. So inside this set2 you may have different kinds of image. So if you set the recursive to true, it will take that images as well. You have the many options. You can set currently supporting the arguments. We have the remove background, and we have the resize, we have the outprint, we have the convert, and there is also CLI option over here. So consider these are the currently available methods. Remove background, upscale method, you can blur the background, and you can also enhance, you can also resize, and you can also polish. You can sharp the image, right? That is polish, and you can also convert, that is from JPEG to PNG, from PNG to JPEG, and we have the process folder which will do for the batch processing. And below you have the upscale methods as well. Currently the upscale method support is smart enhance, smart resize, photo, faces, and digital art, and supported formats. Basically supports most of the input formats. So again, I will give you the coupon code in the description. You can use that to get the 10% discount. So yeah, this is for this video, and I will continue in the next one.